Okay, guys. So today, now I'm going to teach you Confluence. So yeah, so during the planning phase of SDLC cycles, for the ticket management, for issue management, for future management, we use Jira, the one which we discussed last session. But where do we store the documents? Okay, our documents, meetings, minutes of meetings, some architecture document, design document, troubleshooting documents, tutorials, project troubleshootings, you know, knowledge transfer plan, TOT. Where are we going to keep all these documents? Because we cannot keep, it's if you're keeping in the WordPad, the Word document or slides and all, it'll be not, organized properly. So I'm sure you must have, uh, must have good amount of experience working or knowing about a wiki. You must be consuming almost every day. If you want to know any information about about the world, there is a one wiki has been written, and you know that. But what about if you want to know anything about the projects? So where do you find all this knowledge? Your teams, their roles and responsibilities, and many other stuff. Where do you find out? And that is where we can call it, uh, we need a wiki for we need a wiki for the project knowledge harvesting also. And that is where the Confluence is coming. Confluence is again Atlassian product. This is again developed in Java itself. Okay, so it's a Atlassian product, but this tool is primarily used for knowledge harvesting, your documents, your knowledge, whatever project knowledge you have. At its heart, it's a wiki, and wiki which you are comfortable, very much comfortable with it. So I would like to know how many of you have ever contributed towards a Wikipedia? Anyone have contributed? Did you have written any doc? Anyone can write, by the way. There's no as such like you cannot write or this person cannot write. Anyone can write. Go and write. Anyone have written anything as such? All of you? Hello. Hello. I'm audible, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So just try it out. It's a good. Any information about you want to share? Let's say you want to share some information about your city. So go ahead and do that. You know, your village. That is also good. So something like that, you can start contributing something towards, global knowledge harvesting. It's a free tool. Everyone need to, write. So for the projects also, we need to have certain platform, and we have a Confluence. So how this Confluence is being offered? So Confluence today, which we are using in the cloud, that means we don't have to install it. So that will be managed by Atlassian. Again, you get a 30 days trial period as you got it in the Jira. So same way, same goes with it. So if you remember that while enabling the trial for Jira, I enable the Confluence also for my site or company. So I can use it. You can install the Confluence in your local servers also and use it. That role we can call it Confluence administrator, and data center setup also you can do that. So multiple offerings are there. What is the difference, major difference in the cloud and servers? I would suggest like, right now we are focusing on to learn the Confluence. But yeah, some of the primary difference you will see that it's a self-managed server is self-managed, cloud is not. It's a cloud software as a service or something like that. There's a number of users limit is different. In a server, you have to manage everything: database, authentication, authorization, LDAP, backup, archival, everything you have to do your own. You cannot scale it up. But in a cloud, everything is managed by Atlassian. So Confluence Cloud is the easy button to get started. So what are the common use cases for Confluence? I think I have already discussed some of the. use cases which includes internal technical and process documentation. Sorry, you can use further published documentation, knowledge base for customer support, multi-tenancy, many teams or departments using the single instance, you can use it. Collaborative documentation between the groups, single team product information sharing and all. Okay, so some the other commons like to-do documents, you can keep it at Confluence, installation documents, troubleshooting documents, MOMs, detailing work, architecture document, design documents, customer input, attachments, and many more. Okay, so this is something which we have. Now we need to understand the core concept of Confluence. So primarily you have a few four pillars, you can say. Content, the one which you can say your content, it can be your images, it can be your text, it can be your attachment, whatever it is. So that's a called content. How you want to give access to this content, so that's where the users and permission is coming. And how do you organize the content, attachment or pages or images, how do you organize it? So we have a categorization and so on. So when you go to Confluence, the first thing which you will come space. What is space? Okay, let me show you first. So this is the Jira. Now I have enabled Moto Share. I have enabled the Confluence also. So click on it. By the way, you can go for the trial also. So this is the organization name Moto Share, and this is the Confluence page. Now uh, I'll just close this because it's not a home page. Here it is. Now you see here space. So you see there's one space called SCM Galaxy. So this is my personal space. View all spaces in a Moto Share. So see here, I have all spaces here, SCM Galaxy. This is my personal space. And there's one more space got created software development. And you can create a more space also here. You can create a space here. So the question is, what is space? So you can think of space just like a folder, because in a folder you can keep all the content, right? All the content, all the files, images, attachments, all this thing you can keep it. So same way in the Confluence, um, space is a basically at a high level object where you keep all the pages, all the contents inside that. Okay, so it's just like a folder. But inside a folder you can have a subfolder also. But if you look at this image, inside the space you cannot have another space. So it's not hierarchical basically. Okay, so inside the space you'll have a pages, content, blocks, everything you will have. So you can say like if you want to use and store the content at Confluence, for each projects you can create a space. For each team you can create a space. So space organize all content. Think of them as a folder. Is a top level non-hierarchical element of Confluence. It can contain the pages and blocks. And what space to create is an important decision. Important decisions means you can create a space for your team, you can create a space for product, projects, initiative. It depends on you. Every users will have their own space also. That means it's a free. Every user will have their own space. So each space have a unique name and unique key for that. So guys, this is called space. So can I create a few space, because I two of these I got it, but I want to create a few more. So let's say this is for I want to create for the project X. Now, if you create a space, there's just so many templates are there. Templates means, they will give you some sort of easy to use template website pages and all. So it'll be good for you to get started with it. So right now I'll go for the blank next, and this is for project X space. And create a space, simple. So this is for project X. Now I'll go and create one more, and this I'll go for the team. That means this space dedicated for the team or documentation if you want to use it here. Let's go for the documentations and project Y, something like this. And this is the documentation space. So likewise, you can create a space. You can create as many space you wanted. Okay, as long as you have a right, access and licenses. So I got created here 2 space altogether, 4 space we have. Okay. So now what do we do in this side? So inside the space, you will have a pages. If you look at the image, each space will have one page, which is called home page. Where is that? So if you see that this page, let's say I'll go for project X. And if you see, this is the home page. Okay. This is the home page. You can modify it. You can comment. You can see the stop watching. You can see the copy link, share, dot, dot, dot. So many options are there. Copy, move, export, archive, delete. I don't think so I have to tell you what exactly all this. But here you see some of the interesting one. Page history. That's a very interesting one. Anyone who modify the pages, you can see the histories of it. What time modify. And you can, it's like a versioning. Okay. So any changes has happened in the pages, you can see the history of it, or attachment and all kind of things. You can see that, and you can restrict the pages also if you don't want someone to be shown. So this is a called home page. Okay, it's like a, if have you developed any website? So index.html, if you know that, or welcome.html or home.html, if you know that. So it's like that, home page. Okay, so every space will have one home page, and inside that you will have a children pages. So that means pages are hierarchical basically, mind it. And each pages you can have attachment, and each pages will have a WIG editor, Wising editor we call it. That means the editor which you see that in the Word documents or PowerPoint or Excel, something like that, you will see that in here also. Okay, so this is something. So now can I create a few pages? Let me show you. So this is the home page, and you see content plus button, create a pages. And here I am going to create MOM publish. Content I'm not putting right now, just creating a pages. That's all. Empty pages, you can say. See here, I will create one more pages, MOM, and this is for the tutorials and publish. Now inside the MOM, I'll create one more pages, sub pages, child pages of MOM. This is called MOM, MOM, MOM September. Example, I'm just giving you. Example, all these are empty pages actually. So I'm just creating pages so you'll understand this. See, like here. So here in the home page, inside the home page, you create MOM and tutorials, two children pages. Inside of MOM, I created one children pages. So likewise, you can create as many pages and their hierarchies. Are you understanding all of you? All of you? Hello?
Yes.
I'm audible, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now this is something which we have. So that is the pages. Now each space, I said each space will have one block. So then you will understand, you will get confused. What is a block? Um, and blocks will have their own post. Okay, so block will have their own post. So what is the meaning of it? So let's put it in this way. See, DevOps school, you know that very well. So it's a kind of communities. So now it has hundreds and thousands of pages. But this DevOps school do have a blog. You see here, blog. And blog we have this post, this post, this post. Let's say you can go for Google is a product, Google Ads, and Google Ads blog, they will have their own blogs. You see here, this is the blog for ad commerce. Okay, so see, this is the also one block for one product ads. This is the right one actually. And what they do basically, they this block is for the ads. You see, blog.google.technology ads. And this is the post one, post two, post three, and they keep announcing something. You see here, this is all announcement. So likewise, every space will have one blocks, and each blocks will have a multiple post, and blocks, the post will have certain information like announcement for team outing, announcement for let's say some management widget, announcement for some some festivals, announcement for religious, some major milestone. So that is a kind of blocks. Are you understanding, all of you? So each space can have one block, including a personal space. Blocks contain post listed in canonical order. That means the way it is published, date-wise. Used for sharing point in time information, means latest up-to-date information, which you want to use as an announcement or news. Simple. So where is a block? Let me show you the blocks here. So go to, this is the one space which is I created, which is called Project X. And here you have blocks. And this is the blocks. Right now there's no post here. So can we create a post? So there are not any blocks in this space set. So let me create a post here. Click plus button and team outing tomorrow or next week, something like that, and give the full information about all this information, whatever it is. Okay, and publish it and done. Okay, next want to have one more. So release p2.o next week, next month, like that, and just put all this stuff and publish. Now understand the pages is different, blog posts are different. So here you're adding a post, mind it. Okay, so adding a blocks. So if you see that, now anyone who wants to refresh it, see here, two blocks has come now. So guys, are you understanding, all of you? Okay, so every pages or post, you can have attachment. What is attachment? So attachment is just like attachment, nothing great about it. So let's say I'll go to the one page where I'm creating one more page actually. This is called attachment. Let me show you the example. Attachment example. And here publish. How can we share the attachment? So let me show you. So here you see this is the one page and dot dot dot, and here you see attachment. Click on it. I did click, did I? Yeah, files, and here I have attachment. So you can upload any files or folders or whatever it is. So let's say I'm attaching one folder, files, one image, or let's say this one, and comments and attach. Simple. Multiple files also you can do that. I don't think so I have to tell you. So now you see this page, attachment example page, have one attachment. So now if you dot dot dot, here you see attachment one. It's showing you files one. Okay. So likewise, you can have attachments. So now each pages and space you can give a permissions also. Though permission is not enabled in the trial one, but you can give it. How can you give it? So let me show you that. So each pages and space you can give the permission. So if you see, if you want to provide this page to be accessible from anyone else, then what you're going to do, click on the permission. Do you find? I'm trying to, here it is. No restrictions. And here you can give the permission to someone who should only look at the data. So that is also you can assign that permission. So right now it's for try it for free. That means it's not available for us, but you can do that also. Are you understanding, all of you? all of you? Hello? Yeah, guys, let's be little active in the session, because that way I will be able to help you little bit more better. Interaction is very much important in DevOps. Uh, if you keep it, get a habit now, it'll be good for every time. Okay. Okay. So this is the attachment. So this is something which you have a feature and permissions and users. So every pages and every space you can add a users and group and their permissions levels. You can do that. Now the question is how can we categorize that content? So the content means what? First content is spaces. So right now you hardly see one or two spaces in my account. I have created two altogether. I think three or four, four. But in real time, you may be working a projects and organization may have hundreds and thousands of spaces. How can we categorize that? So here I'll teach you that how can we categorize the project spaces. So click on it and there's one setting button you see here, space setting, and somewhere space details. Okay, and here you see categories. Right now none. So let's see your organization Infosys or some large organization you want to categorize. So click on this and let's say this space is belong to DevOps. You can add a multiple also, DevOps and DevOps school. That means two categories I added and automatically it is here right now and done. So now you want to search for spaces which is belong to uh, DevOps. So here you see right now this tag is there. So now right now one for DevOps, one for DevOps school, one for documentation. So click on the DevOps tag and you get one projects. So that way you can categorize the space. But the question is how can you specify can how can you categorize the pages content? So for that you have to label it. Okay, so you have to labels for the pages. You see here you can label for the pages to categorize. That's the only way. Okay, there's no as such category. So click on the pages, I'll show you. And here MOM soft, edit this, and I'm going to tell you how to label. So go to the bottom section of it, somewhere close this guy. Where is the labels? I am not able to locate. Cancel this, and here it is. Add labels in the read view on. You don't need to edit this. Add labels, and here I'm going to add Raju. There's a unique label I'm adding. It's a new label. Add it. That's all. Automatically it will be saved. Now you want to search for all the pages which contains Raju. So here go to the search button and put the Raju. And here you see it's not coming right now. Why? Did I not see? I mean, should be coming. Let me refresh. Sometime it takes some time. So index will get updated. Raju. Still I'm not getting. So let me check that. Usually it should come. So go to the project X and search for Raju. Let me check if the content you have is stored or not. So I see Raju is here. So, and it's not coming here. That means the index is not got updated. So just let me wait for a few seconds more. Raju. Let me go for advanced search and search by labels Raju. Now it has come. So let me go for labels and search for Raju. Now it has come. Okay. So now you see here. Uh, Still the results is not coming. So why is that so? Everything's great. I maybe that is just indexing issues. So it should take automatically. Okay, okay, I understood now. Okay, so here it's not able to search in any space actually. If you see that here, filter by space, show more, and it's not coming. Now this should be coming here. So why is that show? Let me refresh. It's just a refresh issues or something like that. And Raju. Now it's searching. So it's just indexing issues of the software. Maybe in trial account you will find these issues, but in not in real production one. Still I'm finding strange. Still that has issues. Okay, so this you will be able to find that through this one search button by labels and all. It will come. There's some issues I'm experiencing. I think it is having some issues. So that's the reason it's not working. Okay, so this is the way you can categorize and search by the labels. You can also label the attachment which I showed you, and you can search by that. Okay, so now the last part of this is, it got stuck. Let me refresh it. Last part of this thing, how can we modify the pages? And that is where you have to go into the pages here. Let's say this is one page. Okay, and let me create a new pages here. So let me create a one page, and I call this page as a macros. I am calling macros because macro is a feature. Because of macros, macros is kind of feature which is available on Confluence, and because of macros we all love Confluence. Yes, why we are not loving other tools? Because of macros only. So what is macros? So let me try to edit this page. And I think if you see that here, what is a bold, what is italic, what is all this thing you see, I don't think so. I have to, I don't think so. I have to tell you what exactly bold is, what is italic is, what's the justification alignment, what is this color combination, what is list, what is this. I don't think so. I have to tell you because we all know that. So, but what is a macros? Here it is, all the macros. See here. Okay, a lot of macros are there. So macros are the kind of, you can say, quick features available to the editor asset, and because of that we love wiki. All this which you see on my screen is all macros. Right now these are the default macros which I got it free of cost as part of the trial account, but many organizations they have a custom macros also, they have custom features also. Okay, so this is a macros, and macros only is the very powerful things which you want to use it. So let me start with the macros and let me help you with it. So first thing, you want to create a table. I think here it is, see that, and these all tables you can create, and downside you have many options available. So I don't think so I have to teach you how to create a table because this is something we are doing from last 10-15 years I know. But here I'll just delete this guy. And that typically, you know what, when you create a planning for the pages, you should start with the layout. I don't know how many of you have done the HTML programming. If you have done the HTML program, you might have done the div or framing. Okay, so this is something which you can do that. So this is the kind of layout you can design. So you want the 2 column, 3 column, one large column, one small column, what exactly. So you can decide like this, and you can have as many layouts, customized layouts, whichever you wanted, as per your requirements, get it done. And inside that you can have all the contents which you wanted. See here, so it's the framing, you can call it. In simple way I call it a frame, but in Confluence we call it this one layout. Okay, now inside that you can have a table also. Let's say you want to have a table here. inside that you can have a table. You want to have images here, so let's call the macro image, and image here you can call this one, let's say here, this image. You want to call something else, you can do that. So first thing, when you design any pages, you should have a layout plan properly, and then add a macros and content, whatever it is you want to add. Are you understanding, all of you guys? All of you?
Yes.
Okay, so now what next? So some of the macros are very powerful. For example, let me tell you, let's say you want to create a MOM, and you are writing MOM, and here you create a one list of it. So let me create a list. This is action item. Okay. So login page need to be fixed. This is one action item. Registration. This also macros. Action item is registration page need to change. So these are the action item. But you want to assign someone, right? So as of now, I have only one user. So at the rate of, and who's that guy? Rajesh, right? Yeah. So Rajesh. And here Rajesh. At the rate of, other users also you can do that, but right now I have only one user. So guys, I have got two activities. I mean, I have got the two MOM for today. Uh, Usually you know what I'm talking about. Today means date you will give it. These are the action item. And then publish it. Okay. And see that life will become easy. Now, I don't have a time to look for the thousands of pages what people are updating it. So how can I see these action items in my task? So you go to this place, user one, and you see tasks here. Okay, click on this. I'm opening with that, and see that for motor share, I've got a two task here assigned to me, created by me. All this thing created by me means this is considering by other spaces also. Okay, because I'm using the same account for from last 10 years plus, actually 5 8 years plus. So here what to do, if you think okay this activity is done, just check box and you see refresh, one activity is gone. See, so easy actually. You, this will make your life easier. So edit it one more time. So this is the way you can use action items, images, emojis, tables, layout, attachment, link, all this thing. Is very easy. I don't think so I have to teach you step by step. But some of the macros are very powerful. For example, let's say, let me go and show you some of the macros. And here, let's say in MOM, you want to display all the children pages. So edit this page and add one macros which is called children. Now, see, initially you will not remember all this thing, but the moment you start gradually practicing it, you will get to know. See, automatically you keep adding the pages here, and automatically that listing will automatically will happen. There's another page I created under that, and you see here automatically, and then go to the MOM, refresh this, and here you see two automatically got added that. Okay, so a lot of macros are there. So here, if you want to see that info panel, you want it. Let's say info panel. Okay, you want, see here, uh, action item I just not showed you. You want to upload image, videos, and all. This way you can use it. You want to mention someone at the rate of emojis, you can do that. You want to create a table. You want to add a code. Okay, so this is interesting. I use a lot, hell lot of it. So this will display as a code actually. Whenever I do some coding and I want to share with my team, I just add the codes macros. You see here, this is the code. You can copy paste all this thing. People can do that. So get comfortable with these macros. Let me discuss few more. Panels, we have multiple panel, info panel, note panel, success panel, warning panel, error panel, custom panel, and all. Here you can create a H1, H2, H3, all this thing. You are comfortable with it. You know and some of the stuff which is like indexing the page, you want to create it, you can create it here. A user profile, you want to display something, let's say Rajesh. I want to display the Rajesh user profile. So here I have only one user, right? Where is that? That is not coming. That user Rajesh, it's came. I have to search for it. See here, it has come. Okay, so macro is the heart for Confluence. That's the reason we all love macros. It's just a matter of practice. We have to do that. If you see that here, some of the office document you want to empower here, embed here. So PDF, say PDF, here you have it. Word document, here you have it. Excel, here you have it. Slides, PowerPoint, and all, here you have PowerPoint. See here, PowerPoint, here you have. So all this thing you can do that. Let's say you want to display the attachment. So let me show you attachment also. Here, click insert. So now it will show you the attachment also. So update. Now here if I see there's no attachment here. That means in this page there's no attachment. So if I go to here, see zero attachment. So let me attach few documents and then automatically it will show you there. So I'm choosing right now few documents here. Let's say this. Okay, multiple I want, right? Attach multiple. So one, this one, second, this one, third, this one, and open and attach. See here. So now attach three files. You can attach as many wanted. Go to the MOM page and you see that all those attachments you'll be having here because of macro C. And you can upload new file from here only. You don't have to go dot 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 and so on. Okay. So macro again, macro is the heart for the Confluence. And we all love Confluence because of macros. And here if you see there's some more macros here. You can display the list of users. You can embed the galleries here. You know, you can integrate with some third-party tools. You can multiple reports also. You can display charts and all stuff like that, and you know many things. So guys, are you understanding what is a macros all about? This plus button which you see, I want you to go through in detail and enjoy that each macros by category. Here you have media, visual, navigation, external content, reporting, development, all. So this is a macros. Any questions so far?
No, clear.
No, but
Okay.
where do you use this anyway in your day-to-day projects? Mostly for documentation purpose, creating information about the project, or
Anything what we do in the project, anything, meetings, Confluence, troubleshooting, Confluence, design document, architecture documents, Confluence. Anything and everything, whatever we do for the projects, we are using Confluence everywhere. The problem is not what you can store. You can store all the content, attachment, pics, images, PDF, all this thing, but how can you share that? How can you write this content? And for that, we have macros. Now, some of you, if you are not using it, so how can you get started? That is a question we should discuss. Let's say I don't know how many of you are using it, but we should get started. So, any idea what should you do now,
yeah, but
all of you?
Microsoft Teams provides most of what you're talking, right?
Microsoft Team is a chatting engine. They will not provide this documentations. Chatting engine is a way to chat, group chat, call, video call, audio call, all these things. Shh. So it's not for documentations.
But you can provide OneNote you could use for documentation and stuff, right?
But just imagine, I'll tell you in a simple way. Look at the problems here. You have 20 people, okay? And what you'd like to refer? You'd like to refer one dedicated space where you have all the content organized in a certain ways and designed in a certain ways, or 30 people will look for the each other's notes. Tell me, which one is better? Meeting points. So short-term content, probably teams are good. Chat content, meeting contents, but not for the entire projects. Let's say I want to, let's say out of 30 people, 20 people have left. So your chat will be disabled too, right? So your information is lost with you only. No one has time to look at your chat. They will not have, as per the governance guidelines and all, they will not look at your chat and access your chat. But Confluence will be or always there forever. People will come and go, will be there. Correct, no? Content will be there.
Yeah, I meant to say actually SharePoint, Microsoft SharePoint. You can
Huh.
store all the
So
bits of the.
SharePoint is a competition, is in competition with Confluence. That is a good thing. SharePoint is a competition, but there is a one problem here, and that SharePoint is trying to figure it out. Mind it, SharePoint is a document management tool. It's not a content management. Content means the way I'm showing you the wiki and all. Wiki capability, they are not having it. What I know that. So you can upload the documents, keep it organized in a folder wise, all this thing you can do it. But if you want to modify there and rich editor, that functionality I think is lacking. What I know that I have used SharePoint a little bit, older version actually. Okay, so this is the way. Now the question is, how can you start using it? So guys, let's say Buhur, you're a fresher, I guess, right, Buhur?
Uh, you are asking me?
Yes.
No, I'm not fresh.
Okay, are we having any fresher? Those who's not worked on it. Okay, in general, I'm saying, how can you start using it if you're not using in the project? So whatever you learn, whatever you troubleshoot, start documenting at Confluence. Then you will start using all the functionality automatically. Now you say, Rajesh, it's not free. So actually it's not true. Up to Atlassian trial, up to 2 GB of content you can store lifetime. That means always free. If you cross the 2 GB, that's 2 GB is too much for the content, by the way. So if you cross the 2 GB, then you have a you have a you have to pay for it. So go for the start using that. Where is this? Somewhere if you read this, you will have options for understand. So whatever I'm saying, you can use up to the 2 GB and up to the 10 users free. After that, you have to start paying for it. So whatever you guys do is doing, whether you are writing troubleshooting tutorials, learnings, anything, start sharing it. And now once you have this content, you can also, the advantage of this is you can also transfer all this content easily. How can you do that? So let me say this is the content, and here you can export. See here, you can export in the Word, you can export in the PDF. Okay, so all these things also it's possible. So you start using it and start exploring it. Any questions so far, all of you?
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devoxschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.